So I'm a used car dealer with over 150 cars in stock, and recently I decided that I wanted to build my own house.
Building this house has been an absolutely massive headache, but in this video we are finally moving in. But when I hand the keys back for the old cottage that I was renting in the meantime, the estate agents present me with a bit of a problem.
And they're going to attempt to hold back some of the deposit. So we're going to be handing those keys back later on in this video. And during this video you'll see why so many used car dealers are feeling super vulnerable when dealing with electric cars. That month was really harsh on the values of a Tesla Model S.
I think I've made a mistake. It's definitely broken.
Leon has a problem with a car. A high mileage BMW i8. Going mental. The customer was going mad. So that's it, you know what to do now. Stick the kettle on, get comfy, and let's get on with my week as a used car dealer. So it is a Tuesday morning, and the reason why we're starting this week on a Tuesday is because yesterday I actually finally moved into my new house. So I spent the weekend moving in, sort of started on Saturday, and then Sunday done a bit more, and then got all the stuff out of the old house yesterday. So there's just boxes and mess everywhere, so I'm gonna go home to that tonight, sort all of that out, but obviously I still need to be at work, still need to keep things moving, we need to do deals, we need to film videos, and we need to keep everything in momentum. So whilst I was off yesterday, they had loads go on. They had absolutely loads go on. It's been brilliant. So we sold a Tesla, this one here. We bought this car back in January. Lovely car, really, really nice thing. But the electric car market, as I speak about a lot in videos, is very, I don't think vulnerable is the word, but it's very sort of touch and go. You don't really know where it's going. Bought that car in January. It's just sold now, so it took a long time to sell. We had a little to nothing margin out of it. Probably broke even across the boards after the time we've advertised it and prepped it and stuff. But it's sold. We did also buy another electric car, funny enough. So there's me sort of on one hand saying it ain't a great market to be in, but then on the other hand, we just bought ourselves a BMW i3. Now, these are lower budget, lower, you know, Hunter alarm. It's been active. Monday was a very, very busy day. I come in this morning, I was like, guys, what happened yesterday? They're like, there's just so much going on, we don't know. It's been so active.
In fact, let's rewind back to what I was up to yesterday.
And just like that, we are in. Such a relief to be in this house at long last. It's been going on for years. The last time you lot saw the house on the channel, there was no flooring, so all the flooring's now been done. There's obviously no furniture. We have furniture now. No TV on the wall. I don't think there's even any light fittings. Baby's buggy. Ready for when the baby gets here.
And just for context, around 10 years ago when my boy Kai was a baby, we lived in a studio flat that was no bigger than my kitchen diner at my new house. That's me laying on my bed, which is directly next to my front door, and that's also my laptop where I would have been editing a YouTube video at the time. Kai would sleep on the bed with my missus and I'd sleep on the floor. Our bedroom literally doubled up as a living room, and our dining table doubled up as a makeup table. It's literally mad how much things have changed in such a short space of time.
There's definitely no dog here, because he was at the other house, wasn't you, mate? And no, I don't think even the electrics work in the kitchen. By the way, the garden, there's still loads to do out there. It's a mess, but it's getting there. Got a little bit of fake grass there for the dog. The worktops, they've been done, because I think, yeah, last time you saw the house, the worktops needed to be done. They're now been done. Splashback went in yesterday. Still a bit of wiring to do here and there. There's actually, you know, some lights to go in there. Fridge is in, lights are on. Got a dishwasher. I've never had a dishwasher in my life. It's been strange being able to use a dishwasher. We've got a microwave oven, another oven, and a coffee machine. I'm looking forward to getting some use out of that. The doors, these doors weren't in before, were they? So we had them doors fitted now, like a door frame put in, handles and stuff. And that's everything, man. Really, really pleased. Upstairs still needs a bit of work, but they like to work. Yeah, they work. Check that out. Such a nice feature on the house, that is. Still got carpet in. There's still loads to do, like boxing in and stuff. Got my gym bag ready for the morning. Got my Reebok Classics there. They're my work ones. They're my gym ones there. And then obviously we've got a hashtag on it t-shirt there, ready for tomorrow. If you want one of them, by the way, they're available at calvinscardiary.com, all right? So yeah, really, really pleased. Got some more boxes to unpack, but it's looking good.
Echo, what are you doing? What are you doing? You wanna go out in the garden? You wanna go out in the garden? Yeah? Echo is loving the garden, by the way, you know? Got your little thing there as well. On it, mate. On it.
Oh, I didn't show you through here either. Where's the light? Where's the light? Here, this is gonna be where
we do the new Planet of Dreams live draws. Kai's got his gaming chair thing in here as well. So yeah, Planet of Dreams live draws every day. I don't go live every single day, but we do giveaways every single day at 9 PM. But on the big ones that usually fall on a Sunday at 9 PM, I'm gonna be in here on my computer, on the Planet of Dreams website, live on Instagram, announcing the winners of the prizes. Again, it is a little bit messy in here. There's still quite a bit to sort out, but we're getting there. In fact, there's a picture there, GTR at Santa Pods. A few of these to go up on the walls as well. Snatch, layer cake, lock stock, what a film. Ain't got time for that no more. So I just put them on the wall for memories back in the day when I did have the time. Ain't got time for that silly stuff anymore, mate, have we? Do you know what, whilst we're on my computer, check this out. So I said to my little sister, Millie, I said, Millie, she was in Dubai recently, if you do the zip wire in Dubai, I'll pay you to do it on the basis that you say midway through the zip wire, subscribe to Calvin's Car Diary. And she said, that's fine. So I sent her £150 to do this bloody zip wire. And this is the video. On it. Meanwhile, whilst I was moving house, everyone seemed to be really busy at Bin Car, but more importantly, Jerome seems to have a problem with a car that he's just bought.
Jerome, what happened with this Range Rover?
I think I've made a mistake. It's definitely broken. It's got no power. Literally, you pull out and it's going 10 miles an hour. It's got an engine light on, DPF light on, suspension light. It struggles to start, and it's not the tidiest. There's a few different marks around the bodywork. So, yeah. Obviously I don't know what's wrong with it. It could be something small, could be something big, but Range Rovers can be problematic. So we've got a pat plate with it, so we can take the plate off. Hopefully that's a little bit of extra money for us, and then get it fixed and stick it up for sale.
Mondays are generally good for buying. I say it a lot, buying is always good, and selling there's always a lot going on a Monday as well. And obviously when the sun's shining, it just brings the punters out. So yeah, retail value of this car I think is £6,000, and they're just good value. They're really, really good value. So they look cool, suit a certain type of person that's not doing too many miles. And yeah, I think that should be a good seller. But again, you just don't know. And this is the thing with the car trade. You literally don't know. You can buy on instinct, and you can buy on previous knowledge. We went through a patch of selling a load of Teslas, so we went and bought a load of Teslas. That's logic. Logic will tell you go and buy more Teslas because you just sold loads. You go and buy a load more, and then you get stuck with a few. It's just weird. It's just weird. But you're constantly learning, constantly adapting, and that's kind of why we trade with everything. Like, we will buy a scrap car, we'll buy a non-runner, we'll buy a high-end car, we'll buy an electric car, a sports car, a daily driver, a Corsa, whatever, and we'll do all of this just to keep up with the market. Wherever the demand is, we'll try and buy within that demand, and then that way, in theory, you should have an active business. So this is the M240i. I actually bought that at the weekend as well, managed to cram that in. That come from Michael. The other stuff, it'll be live on Planet of Dreams if you want to be in for a chance of winning that. I think it's 3p an entry. Super cheap. This is the Evo, 19,000 miles. Again, that's a Planet of Dreams car, getting given away at my event, CCD 2025. So if you're in for that, and you're going to be at the event, well, imagine going to a car show and going to a car show without a car, jumping in your mate's car, riding shotgun. Imagine getting run over by an electric car now, and then driving home in your new Evo.
CCD event 2025 is approaching fast, and the tickets are selling fast too. So if you've still not got your event ticket, I'll put the ticket link in the description below. It's on June the 15th on Father's Day in Daventry at Wilton Mill Go-Kart Track. I'll see you there.
Fiat 500, I've done a deal with that at the weekend as well. That came in. Good news these are. Again, it's just an example of what, you know, where the market's at. They're always good news. Yeah, there's lots of people out there. You see them on the road all the time. Drive down the road and look out for Fiat 500s today. I guarantee you see loads of Fiat 500s on the road because people love them. They're in demand. What's the smiley face all about?
Because I remember talking to you every time we see a Fiat 500.
What do we do when we see a 500?
See if there's a cute chick dropping in.
What else did they sell yesterday? Ford Ranger, the one that, you know, the orange one, it's obviously gone. I'm looking around for it. It's gone. They must have paid for it and took it away. That went yesterday. VW Polo sold yesterday. The Golf GTI, so we wandered back into the unit. Sold. All this ching, ching, ching. I love all of this, man. Active, proactive, super active. And I can't think of what word I'm looking for. Oh my God, how have I wandered over? We also bought
got a high mileage BMW i8 on the electric car front. This video needs to be titled around electric cars. I bought a BMW or a high mileage BMW i8. That car's just come in. We don't know a lot about it currently, but I might get out in this video. I think I kind of need to. We kind of bought it because my brother Leon, as you lot probably know, he daily drives an i8. He loves his car. He's had a lot of issues with it over the years. He's probably had it about 5 years now, but he loves it. And he's always looking on the market at what's out there. And he come across this in an auction and he's just bought it. So he seems to be quite happy with it, but none of us have driven it yet. So we're going to pull that out and take it for a little spin, see what that's like. But yeah, the grey Golf GTI, lovely car that is, hasn't done many miles at all. I think it's done 19,000 miles. Sold straight away, good news that was. And that was it. GI Yaris in the corner there as well. They're good news. I'll say they're good news. Still parts in the corner, innit, Cal? But they are good news, they're a cool car. So, seem to be loved, don't they, GI Yarises? Just had a delivery. Talk about a delivery. Leon's going to be interested in that actually, so I'll show you now. Don't tell everyone what it is.
That's interesting.
Talk about that shortly. Sam just walked in. Have you had a trim?
I have, like, over a week ago now.
Really? It's looking good, looking good. Sam just walked in and said congrats, because last night we hit 300k on YouTube, so big deal that is. Obviously been working away at this channel for I think 13 years ago was the first time I uploaded. It just started as a bit of fun. Me and Leon had the showroom at the time. That's when it started, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Jerome actually edited my first video. So I didn't know about video editing. Jerome's like, yeah, I reckon I can edit a video. So me and him, I think we bought a little camera, started filming, and yeah, Jerome edited it. We uploaded the Civic Type R video first, and we uploaded the E46 M3 video. I was just proud, man. We had all these nice cars around us. I loved it. We had this little showroom in Margate, and it was fun, wasn't it? And back then, the way that we used to buy it, so it was me, Leon, and Jerome was at school, wasn't he? Or he just sort of left school and he got a moped.
Yeah,
so
because he had a moped. I think he was 16, wasn't he?
Yeah, so he was 16 and he was coming up helping out, cleaning the cars and stuff. And the way that we used to buy then was private sellers, wasn't it? We've always liked buying for private sellers. So we'd wake up in the morning, go to, I was going to say Bingo, to the showroom.
Yeah.
We'd be on Auto Trader. Piston Heads was always a good one back then, wasn't it?
Piston Heads, last 24 hours.
I'm going to stand here to you because the mic's on me.
Piston Heads, last 24 hours. Looked what's gone on there. Private sellers. Ring them up. And yeah, you'd always gauge it from the phone call, wouldn't you? How long they had it for, is it a decent car? If they tell you some bad points about it, it's usually a good sign. So I would say 90% of the time, if we were going to look at a car, just from the phone call, we were buying it, wouldn't we?
We nearly always bought, didn't we? If we just judged the car, judged the ad, even the ad, the way it's written, the way the car was photographed, the way the person speaks about their car, how long they owned it for, if they've owned it for a few weeks, why they, all of this stuff you've got to read, because when you're starting out, the money that you're playing with is minimal. If you buy a car for a couple of grand and it's a bad move, well, it can send you backwards massively, because that stops you being able to reinvest into another car, doesn't it? So
yeah, holds you back.
We were really, really careful about how we bought. We didn't really like buying from auctions, which is why we still today buy loads of cars from private sellers. Enter reg as well. That's why we do the enter reg thing, because again, you're faced with a whole page of private sellers on it. It's a great way to buy. So the reason why I said that anyway is because that's when we started the channel.
Yeah.
Started the channel, sort of playing with it a little bit, having a bit of a dabble with YouTube videos, and then it took years before I started getting serious with it. And then now we've got a whole team upstairs, whole media team, 2 videos a week, every week without fail, and we just hit 300k subs, so it's good.
when was your first 1,000? Can you remember?
I don't know, but I got that.
That's what I was thinking yesterday. I wonder when your first 1,000. Obviously, it would have been at the showroom, but it must have been your Civic videos, you think? Because it did do okay, didn't it?
That video done really well, but I don't think that was when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I took a screenshot, and I'm gonna have a look at that screenshot now. Let's have a look.
On my Instagram, I done a post for you.
Yeah.
And you had got to. Oh no, that was Instagram. 10,000 followers on Instagram in 2018.
So in 2018, 10,000 followers on Instagram. So then that ties in with this screenshot then. In 2016, 1,000 subscribers.
Really?
On YouTube, yeah. So nearly 9 years or whatever. So
Yeah, it's took a long time, but I think for me, with my channel, I've always consistently uploaded, but not always been consistent with what I upload. I like to upload what I feel like uploading, what, you know, like even now, what's going on, a bit of conversation about buying a car, could be buying something exciting, maybe something not so exciting. The person might not be interested, the person, you know, it's all about just, for me anyway, doing what I feel like doing, and that's always worked really well. So yeah, very happy about that. Today we're heading over to pick up the M5, which also I'm really happy about that. We've had the new wheels fitted. Obviously you probably would have seen that first mod video and a whole separate video. But for now, I want to head out and look at this BMW i8 that Leon bought. Leon, do you want to tell everyone a bit about that i8 actually? What's the mileage on it?
I think the mileage is 125-ish. Yeah, seems a nice car.
Have you driven it?
Yeah, driven it. Drives nice, pulls well. It's going to be the cheapest i8 in the country. And the last time we had one of them, we had so many calls.
Yeah, because I've done a video on one a few, 2-3 years ago now. We bought one. Again, you bought that. Took a punt on a high mileage car from, I think it's from BCA, that one, wasn't it? Was it?
No, that was from one of your followers, I think.
Ah, right.
Is his boss's car, or I think was it his boss's car?
I do remember, yeah.
Hayden went and collected it, we just sort of done it over the phone.
It sold straight away, and I think this one's going to be a success as well. So
up until probably the last 5 years, we've always bought the best car for the money. So even with these i8s, I bought this i8, not because it's the best i8. The best i8 out there is the newest one with less than 5,000 miles. But that one's going to be, I guess, 70 grand. Okay? Whereas with the two i8s we've bought, they're going to be the best to value of it that was. And this one will be, I've looked online, the cheapest i8, I think it's 25 or 26,000 pounds. Whereas our one's going to be the cheapest. So I think what we've always done, just going back to the showroom, is we've always bought good value cars.
we actually always have, yeah.
And that's worked for us, I think.
Some people think you're mental buying a high mileage i8, but it seems to pay off for business, doesn't it?
Well, we'll know with this i8.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe not got like chain or turbo problems like my one. It was a pump, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll go see it, see how it's looking. Oh, we've got another parcel there. That's for me.
I hope it's nothing like.
Imagine if someone just ordered me something really funny. I've got something in my mind, but I'm not going to say it. But it's room fragrance. That's my ordering stuff on my account. But yeah, that would be quite funny on camera. Wandering through to what is becoming the games room. We've got Bob, got a poker table. I don't play poker personally, never played in my life, but the boys seem to like it.
Do you play anything?
No. I don't know what it is. It's like I don't have the patience for games. I don't engage with games very well. I used to when I was younger. I used to love Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo, what was it back then? 3? I don't know. But and I was obsessed with it. But since then, nah, I'm not really too much of a game. In fact, I've not even used a pool table. Them lot are playing every day, but I never ever go on it. So. Here it is. Oh, so they're cleaning the inside first. Right, Sandy? It's all right, we're filming. Just filming. It looks nice. I mean, it's going to look better once it's had a clean up, but it's nice. By the way, I'm in shorts today, as you probably noticed. Weather's amazing. Weather is absolutely amazing. So much better. It just feels good, doesn't it? It makes you feel better. Love it. What a cool car though. 1.5 litre 3-cylinder mini engine. I don't know if it's forged or whatever. I think they're about 360 horsepower combined with the electric motor. And my brother's daily drove one for years. They're cool. They look like a supercar. To most petrol heads, they're like, well, it's not a supercar, and it ain't got a V8 under the bonnet or in the back, so it ain't for me. But they're such a good all-rounder. Leon loves his car. It's great on fuel. It looks cool, and BMW, isn't it? It's about as close as BMW ever got to building a supercar, bar the M1. So, anyway, let's head upstairs, go and check out my Amazon delivery. So, the delivery is, check this out. For those that know, will know, will be quite excited about this. It is an original from 1988 Cap Black Book. Back in the day, back in the old days, when car traders used to have a customer turn up to a site and the customer say, how much were you buying my car for? Obviously before the days of the internet, you ain't got enterreg.com to go on and get a valuation for a car. You ain't got a way of going online and checking out, you know, your computer wouldn't do much at all. So CAP, CAP, current auction prices, British Car Auction is written on the back. They used to produce these books and they used to deliver them out to every car dealer every month. It's a subscription service, you'd pay monthly for this, and they'd send them all out. Customer would turn up and the car dealer would get his little black book out. This is before my time, by the way, so I'm talking like, I am familiar with this because I remember them. I remember visiting car dealers. Maybe my dad might have had, I don't know. My dad wasn't a fully fledged car dealer. He used to do a few from home, but I definitely remember them. So a little bit before my time. Then what it would do, the customer would pull up in their BMW 7 Series, for example, and it would tell you here, it's a BMW 730i Saloon, the CAP retail value of that car, obviously the mileage as well. So it will tell you there's three examples of mileage there: 10,000, 30,000, and 50,000. I don't know if you can just about make that out. If the customer's car has done 40,000, you'd have to sort of bid it between 30 and 50. The CAP clean value, so if it's this, let's assume it's done 50,000 miles, the CAP clean value there is 15 grand, and then the CAP retail value was 17,495, which is what's interesting about this. The margin there of 2.5 grand ain't much different then as it is today. A retail margin today is, on a car of that value, well, we definitely want to earn more than that, but it ain't much more than that, and things have obviously gone up a hell of a lot in that time. So yeah, I thought I'd buy it. I've got an old Auto Trader magazine in the podcast room that I bought years ago as well. Again, this is so interesting. Auto Trader, there was no internet. Days before the internet, there was no internet. So Auto Trader used to come out, I know a lot of people know this, but I find it fascinating. Like, the logistics of a car dealership today is hard, it's difficult. Back then it must have been even more difficult, but then they'd have that to value cars, and then they'd have this to advertise their cars, and then they'd put everything on there. So for example, they'd ring up, is this a car dealer here? It's a Central Motor Company in Bradford. They would ring them up and say, look, I want to pay for a whole page, come out and advertise all of my cars. They've obviously not gone from a photo ad, which was great for auto traders. It meant they didn't have to come out and photograph the cars. That would be their way to advertise cars. There's hatchbacks in the States. I used to love this. I used to buy this magazine back in the day. Cars under £1 grand, obviously known as bargain cars. But Auto Trader used to physically come out to your site and photograph your cars. It is amazing. Like, it's so cool to see. So cool to see. So back in the day when me and Leon started trading, with the conversation we was just having downstairs, we used to go out and buy privately. We didn't have a valuation system. We didn't have a physical black book. We didn't used to pay for valuation systems or a valuation system sort of any kind. We used to just judge the value of every car by 1, instinct, 2, previous sales, learning the market, and 3, what's currently on the market. That's the most important thing. If you're going out to buy, I don't know, a 5-year-old Audi S4 Saloon and it's done 70,000 miles, it's probably high, whatever. Yeah, it's done 70,000 miles. You can just gauge it by the spec, the colour, and what's available on the internet. You can still trade like that nowadays, but the market is very, very much dictated by book values. And CAP today are still a big brand in the car trade. Auto Trader are as well. They're absolutely massive. And in fact, on Enter Reg today, my platform that we've built ourselves, the 2 valuations systems that we use, ironically, are Auto Trader valuations and CAP. Unbelievable how the car trade has unfolded. And by the way, on that note, let's throw in a cheeky little car vertical check on the BMW i8. Do that right now, and it's all green ticks. Mileage is all good. It's got no finance on it. It's had no previous damage. It's had a total of 5 keepers. If we click that, head down there, you can see the most recent keeper change there was January 2024. So that's exactly what you want to see when you do a car vertical check. All of these tools combined give you an accurate, or the most accurate way that you can find a value for a car. So was inspected in January 2025, so it's had an MOT recently. It's all good. It's exactly what you want to see. I will link Car Vertical in the description below. If you do a Car Vertical check when you buy a used car, or even if you want to do one on your car right now, make sure you use my code CCD to get 20% off, all right? That is everything. I'll show you an example of a crash damaged BMW i8. And that's obviously what you do not want to see when you're buying a used car and you do your Car Vertical check, all right? So let's fast forward to EAG Specialist Cars. Let's go see my M5. This is the one that I use to move house. You can see there's lots of house moving stuff. And this is the one we're going to be using for the M5 wheels, because the original was going to go back in this. Amar's going to drive because, what day is it today, Amar? It's the worst,
Payday, baby.
It's the worst day of the month, it's payday. So that means I've got some payments to do. You reckon you can... How comes that's unlocked? And that's it. Just done a deal with a customer actually. He wanted to buy the M240i for his daughter. Instead, he didn't buy an M240i, he did buy a BMW. He's bought the 335D, the one that came in recently. Lovely car that is. And we took a part exchange. Just over there in the distance is his BMW 318D. So he wants to upgrade his daily, get a 318D and swap it for a 335D. What a great move. Also, we've just bought 12 vans from one company. They're all arriving now. As you can see, we have no space for 12 vans, but we will make space somehow. Get them sold ASAP. Anyway, Amar's driving. No, you got the shades on.
Let's get to 400k now, yeah?
Let's get to 400k. We're not happy. We're only at 300k.
So we headed off to EAG to get the M5 modified, ready for my car show this coming Sunday in Daventry at Wilton Mill Go-Kart Track. If you didn't see that video, go and check it out. There's a lot of good in that video, but there's also some headaches.
Sorted. So Thursday morning, and I've done my first journey in the M5 yesterday, back from EAG and into work this morning. I say into work, went to gym this morning, the sun's shining, and I am absolutely loving it. I'll be honest, when I first picked it up, I was a bit like, bear in mind that this video would have gone live and it might look like old news for you guys. We're always filming far, far ahead with the vlogs because just one, we're busy, and two, we like to be organised. I just said to Mama, funny enough, by the time we upload this video, what's really weird is I'm gonna have a second child. At this point of filming, I don't have, the second child hasn't yet arrived. But I think by the time this video goes live, it would have done. So yeah, mad. But anyway, first journey, even reactions. I went to the petrol station on the way back from EAG yesterday, pulled in, and I see a fan of the channel, and it was a nice moment. I literally got hairs on the back, and I could just feel a little tingle there in the back of my neck. It was a nice moment. He's come over to me, he's like, Calvin, he's a little bit sort of uncomfortable. I was like, mate, what's your name? Got chatting to him. He said, I can't believe that you're here. And I said, well, funny enough, I'm not over this way a lot. I'm here in the M5, just picked it up and got the wheels done. He was like, he was so happy about the way the car looked. I then jumped in the car, shout out to him by the way, Kiri. Hopefully he sees this video. It was cool meeting you, Kiri. Lovely guy. He went on holiday, Luton Airport, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I jumped in the car, drove it from there home, got home, showed Kai. Kai was like, Dad, I love that car. I didn't get a reaction of him doing that, but he's like, Dad, I love it, absolutely love it. So that was nice as well. And then my missus looked out, she's not a car person whatsoever. And I think, what did she say? Did she say drug dealer? She said something like that. She looks like a drug dealer. No, she said it looks like a rapper's car. Today we're heading to VRS Leicester. Gonna go have a chat with Will about conversation with him about the M5, but also talking about the M2 that we're giving away on Planet of Dreams. Something else worth touching on, I just literally had it on charge, and because this video is all about electric cars, the i3 is there now on charge. The Tesla has now gone. Has it gone? Customer did buy the Tesla. Is it gone? I'm pretty sure the Tesla's gone. And the M5, you'd never ever expect to see a V8 M5 with an electric charging point on the side of it. So yeah, it's funny, but do you know what? I absolutely love that about this car. It makes it sort of daily drivable, makes it sensible, and it sort of doubles up as not just a sensible daily, but also a savage German V8 as well. So yeah, love that about this car. Anyway, let's jump in the car, head to Leicester, go see Will, see Dad at Darkside, go and see the M2.
So we headed up to VRS in Leicester to film a segment on the M2. That car has been an absolutely massive headache, but it's going to make a great video and also a great prize once it's complete. We have filmed a whole video getting that car done that isn't yet edited or uploaded, but do look out for it. We'll have that live on the channel at some point soon.
And it is Friday. Man like Sam just pulled up in the Lexus. Lexus are such a good car, aren't they? Leon's over there in his i8. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's just on it, busy. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to go for a little drive in the i8. We ain't done that. I know Leon said he went for a little cruise in it, and his opinion is probably better than mine because he daily drives one. But for the benefit of the video, not just the benefit of the video, for me as well, I want to go for a little drive in it, and I've got a couple of stories to tell you. Amar, you're not allowed to play darts, man. No, I'm joking. I think the boys upstairs, they had a game of...
Darts?
What's it called again? Round the World. Is it Round the World?
I think so, yeah. Who won?
Zach won. Zach actually won. It's good though. It's good to see everyone playing against each other. Even the pool table's been well popular, isn't it? Yeah. Everyone's loving that. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Oh look, the Lexus is now in the way of the i8, isn't it? This is what happens with cars. It's quite funny because you'll park a car somewhere and you'll be like, I'm gonna leave that there, and then something will just change and cars coming in and out all the time. Callum, what are you doing? There you go, it's parking wars. That's all you're trying to achieve. You're just trying to find a parking spot, yeah? That's a joke. So what, have you just done some work on that car?
Yeah, engine mount.
Engine mount on a Vauxhall Mokka, yeah? So that's ready to go now, yeah? Cool. So yeah, because we had these 12 vans arrive from that one company. So we do a lot of fleet buying. We buy lots of bulk loads of cars, vans or whatever. Usually a lot of vans because there's a lot of companies around that hold loads of vans. Buy bulk loads of them at once. It's a great way to buy because you can get loads of cars in with one deal. But the issue is when you've got a floodload of cars at once, or vans in this case, especially big things, transit vans, it's hard finding space. Ideally you want a yard that's kind of expandable, but that's obviously not really possible unless you had a farm or have a chat with next door, see if we can stick a few in there. But yeah, it's all good though, man. It's all about keep buying. I say it all the time. I know I talk a lot about sales, but buying is the ultimate priority, because without, that was close, it wasn't. Without buying, you can't sell. My phone's ringing, but it's not. Steve, Sitner Steve. Let me get it. So that was the BMW. Basically, obviously I've got a brand new car and I want to modify it. I'm talking about the M5 now. I don't want to do too much to it, but there's always this sort of line that you can cross which voids the warranty, and I'd like to do an exhaust on it, and this will probably go in the first mods video, but annoyingly BMW are a little bit concerned about it. I say annoyingly, I respect it, it's fine, and I don't want the responsibility of replacing anything on that car if it goes wrong, because they might say, do you know what, you've changed the exhaust, and as a result you changing the exhaust, that's now broke, whatever that might be. So I'm not that fussed. It would have been cool. My priority at the minute is I'm getting show car ready, or car show ready. So I want the car looking good for the car show CCD event 2025, which is not long to go now on Father's Day in Daventry. Tickets are selling fast. If you've not got yourself a ticket yet, I would highly recommend you do that, because we sell out every single year, and I don't know, by the time this video goes live, it might have already sold out, but it's going to be an amazing event, and I just want my car looking good for that event. And right now, the way it's looking, parts in that unit, it's going to be good. So yeah, let's go get this Lexus moved and then we'll get out for a drive in the i8. I'll tell you these couple of stories that I've got. BMW i8 review. It's not a review. Even these doors, they're they're not a problem. They're very, very cool. It's an important feature on the car. But I say important, it's a massive feature on these cars. But when you park up, my brother says it all the time, you've got to really, really think about where you park. And sometimes he deliberately does have to park in two spaces, because if someone parks too close to you, you can't get in or out of your car. It's a bit of a problem. Even me getting in this now, I don't know what the knack is to getting into this car, but it ain't much fun at all. So I'm in. It's quite clean in here, considering. Is this your kind of car, Emma?
No.
Really? Why not? Tell me what you dislike about the BMW i8.
The door.
You don't like the door?
Yes.
What, both doors or just one of them?
Both of them.
You dislike both of the doors? What, you don't like the fact they go up?
It's wait, is it fully electric?
No.
Hybrid. Okay, I don't mind then.
Yeah, hybrid's good, because you kind of got the best of both worlds, haven't you?
Yeah. Cool.
They're a quick car. They're actually like surprisingly quick. I think I've done it on my, they're on my drag level. In fact, for the benefit of the video, I'll show you now. You can see that obviously it ain't like up the top end of the leaderboard, but
It is a quick car. Hold on, show everyone this old Granada. Is it a Granada or a Cortina? I just noticed it's recently appeared on our roads.
Cortina.
Cortina 2-litre gear. I'm sure my dad had one of them back in the day. My dad's actually at the yard today because he's got a HGV license, and we had to take the cherry picker to go and get its MOT today. I think it's an MOT or a test of some kind, and only he could drive it. You have to have a certain license to drive that van. Anyway, problem customer. That's the story I want to get to. So we've got a good story and a bad story. Let's tell you the good story first. Let's start off with the good one. It ain't the customer. That's probably the more interesting one out of the two. My American truck that I bought, that hardly anyone knows about. I bought it about 10 years ago, maybe not that long ago. I'll show you a shot of it on the screen now of what it looked like when I picked it up. I paid about £1,000 for that 10 years ago. We've had it stripped, we've had it powder coated. We started, these lights gonna go green. Yay! We started doing work on it, and I'm not an American car fan whatsoever. And at the time I was going to put it on YouTube. It was like pretty much when I just started doing a bit on YouTube, and I lost interest in it. No one wanted to paint it because it was so big. Then we went into lockdown, and I eventually found someone who said, yeah, I'm up for painting that. He took it on and we got it to him. He changed his mind. He's like, you know what? This is a big job. I don't think I want to paint it now. I then said to him, look, just stop. Don't do no work. I'm going to get rid of it. And this has been going on for years. We put it on eBay a few weeks ago for £3,000. No offers, I think. It might have been £5 off. I can't even remember. We listed it on eBay for sale, and we sold it yesterday for £3,000. So it sounds like I've made money. I paid £1,000 for it, sold it for £3,000, but there's a lot of time, effort and money spent on that car in the meantime. And yeah, it'll be a nice thing for someone, but not for me. I literally got no excitement, no interest in it. So we've got £3,000 back in the bank. I say it all the time. That's now money that we can use to go and buy other bits of stock. And that money's been tied up in that car for years. So that's the positive thing. The negative thing I suppose with any business is keeping everyone happy. And we had a customer just on the phone to Leon just now, going mental. The customer was going mad. And I sort of walked in when Leon was midway through having a chat with him, and I walked off. I went back and said, Leon, what was that? Did you have an argument with a customer there? And he's like, Calv, he was having a go at me because the transit van that we got up for sale, he rang up and said, I want to buy that transit van. And Leon said, that's fine. He come and looked at it. He said, yeah, I love the van, want to buy it. Leon said, well, do you want to pay a deposit? He said, yeah, I'll pay a deposit. I'll send it over tonight. And the guy didn't send the deposit. So Leon rang him up, so just to let you know, we didn't receive your deposit. This was the following day. He said, yeah, I'm going to send it now. So he didn't send it that day either. The following day, second phone call. Hi mate, we still haven't received your deposit. Yeah, I've sent it. You definitely haven't sent it. Oh, sorry, I didn't send it. I'll send it now. And then Leon said, look, we've got a guy who wants to buy the van right now, and you still haven't received we haven't received your deposit. He said, well, I'm going to send it now. Leon said, mate, the guy in front of us wants to buy it now, so we're just going to sell it to him. The customer's gone mental. So I can't believe it. I want to buy that van. I've been to look at it. I want to buy it. Like, when do you want to buy it? I don't know when I want to buy it. When are you going to pay the deposit? I don't know when I'm going to pay the deposit. Well, sorry, we're going to let this other guy buy it. So we've now let the other guy buy it, and the original customer isn't happy at all. Don't get it. He clearly had no intentions of buying it in the first place. It's like he's now missing out on it. He's annoyed with us, but maybe there's some financial problems there. I don't know. I say financial problems. Maybe you've just got to get the money in place, but the demand for cars and vans generally is high. And you kind of got, if you're sure about buying one, you've got to secure it, get the deal done, and get it bought. Unfortunately, he didn't do that, and he missed out. And it is annoying, because if we had another one, it wasn't one of the vans that we've got 12 of in stock, by the way, but if we had another similar type of van, then we could sell him that. But we don't actually have another similar type of van in stock, annoyingly, and so we've annoyed him, and we've lost him as a customer. But there's nothing really we could have done, annoyingly.
Anyway, the high mileage IA, 126,000 miles. Do you know what? We've done this whole journey so far, by the way.
No one even talked about it.
No, not even talked about it, yeah. But no, I was going to say, yeah. I've been banging on about other stories. It's hot in here as well, by the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll open my window, yeah. We've done it all in electric, that's what I was going to say. We've not even used the petrol engine yet, I don't think. I don't actually know. Are we in petrol mode? I don't even know, but I am impressed with how it's driving. It feels like it's got absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think we're going to just put our foot down a little bit just for the benefit of the video. Sounds like a V8, doesn't it? But yeah, nice car. It's gone up for sale. I don't know if they've had any interest in it. It'd be cool if it's sold by the end of this video. I was going to say as well, I come home from work last night and my missus had got me a 300k subs cake. She had like a little cake made up, so that was quite nice. I'm not a big cake fan, but...
I was going to say it.
Really?
I was slicing.
Yeah, I didn't know. Maya actually said, oh, she messaged me, innit? Can you bring some to work? But most of it got eaten and then the builders saw it this morning and I think they've cleared up the rest. So, and there weren't enough to go around at work. Well, maybe I should have bought a slicing for Maya. I feel bad now. I actually feel bad. But yeah, that was cool. That was nice. And obviously hitting 300k subs it's been massive. It's been, the channel's been on a hell of a journey. And it's a lot of work. I think consistency's been the key. Like, I've just stayed at it all the time. Stayed on it, hashtag on it. And I know I say that a lot, but genuinely, we are, like, as a team now, obviously I grew the channel on my own for many, many years, but there's a team of 4 of us now, and it's fun, we love it, and we're just constantly on it with creating content, aren't we?
Yeah.
And
although you started off by yourself at the beginning, like in my time of being here, it's nice to be part of that journey as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I know you lot love work as well, so it's great for me to have built that all them years, because I would never have known that it would be what it is today.
Yeah.
And to know that, we're all busy working, getting paid, enjoying work, and enjoying cars as well, which we all love, and everyone else is loving it back home as well.
Yeah.
This is actually sick, isn't it?
Yeah. I think the most important thing with you is just that consistency,
Always.
Just keep on it.
I'm always on it with consistency. I'm literally so particular about planning ahead. Even these videos, the reason why they are like weeks ahead or weeks behind even on when we upload is because I'm obsessed with organisation. I love things being organised, and that is exactly why the channel's made. It's not the biggest channel in the car scene. It's not the biggest channel on YouTube, but it is a big channel, and it's only big. We ain't had no big highs. We ain't had any lows either. We've just remained consistent, and that consistency has given us growth, gradual growth, steady growth, year on year, and we just hit 300k. So yeah, big achievement. I'm really proud of that. Moved house this week as well, which I've mentioned so much. I'm proud of that as well, and got the M5 done this week. Super happy about that. Got the CCD Ep10 coming up on Father's Day, which is massive as well. And I'm about to be a dad again, so it's like a 5 celebration there, all in one. So yeah, let's head back to Bincar, get this IA up for sale, hopefully get it sold, and have a busy weekend.
Do you know what, back to the subject of electric car prices, I thought I'd do a quick Auto Trader market value check on the history of electric car values. I say the history, I've just done a check on a Porsche Taycan, I've also done a Tesla Model S. So let's do the Tesla first. You can see end of last year, values were really solid, right? In fact, in the month of November to December, they didn't drop whatsoever, this particular car, but this is generally across the board for electric cars, I would say. And then in the new year, they've took a slight decrease, and then the last 2 months, or 2 to 3 months, has been pretty harsh, like February, March, April, and then May, that month was really harsh on the values of a Tesla Model S. But if you look at the Taycan, you'll see that sort of repeats here as well. So the tail end of last year, very, very strong, 39,800 for this particular car in November, and then again, so it stayed solid in the month of November into December, and then you got a gradual decrease. That's normal for every type of car. And then February, March, April, May was even worse. That was a horrendous month for that particular car. But it does sort of reflect what we just saw with the Tesla. And then going forward, it actually shows you a projection on this one, but not on the Tesla, annoyingly, of what it's going to look like going forward. And you can see that it's starting to sort of steady out and become a little bit more of a stable decrease. Like I say, with any used car, depreciation exists, yeah? That's normal, that's perfectly normal. So you expect to see an amount of depreciation. So you can see there, it's estimated that in July that car is going to be worth 34.5 grand, and then by August it's going to be worth £34,100. So I would say that's pretty good depreciation for any car of that value. So that's normal, but over the last 2 or 3 months, we've definitely seen some pretty harsh depreciation with electric cars. And that comes from, I suppose, new cars coming out, the used market getting flooded, but generally it just means demand. When demand drops, values drop. And obviously us as dealers, when demand's dropping and we've got cars that we need to sell, it's not about want to sell, we need to sell these cars, we've got bills to pay, we've got a whole month's worth of bills to pay, we need to sell as many in that month as possible. If they're not selling, it's a lot of pressure, we then have to reduce them the next month, and that's coming out of our profit. So I just thought I'd show that as a bit of, I don't know, found it quite interesting, and gives you guys an idea of where we expect to see the electric car market going in the future months. I think for the benefit of this video, let's do a check on Leon's car. Leon's car's obviously a BMW i8. We had the blue one come in this week as well. And just as a matter of curiosity, I want to know what they're looking like as well. Oh, wow. It's completely different. So in the month of November, the price actually went up, and then December stayed stable. It dropped from £20,900. This is based on a certain amount of miles, by the way. I'm not too sure. It should probably be on my screen. Does it say at the bottom there 115,000 miles, which it's done about half that, I think. And then, so it's just a generic idea. January 25 to February 25, it's gone from 20,900 down to, I was saying, dropped loads. It stayed. So you can see the hybrid car market has been good. Like, we've had a few hybrids in stock over the last few months as well. Generally, I would say people are more comfortable or more on side with buying a hybrid. And you can see that reflecting in their values. So 20,000, is that a 300 in March, and then up. It went up 350 quid in the month of March to April, and then 20,650 down to 20,250 in May. We don't have future projections for the values of BMW i8s, but it does give you a good idea of how the hybrid market is looking, or hybrid values are looking compared to fully electric. So it is Saturday morning, the weather is lovely, sun is shining, I'm in my shorts again, which is brilliant. I'm wandering over here because this Golf GTI has been absolutely hot at Binker. Like, we're getting so much interest in that car. In fact, we got a deposit on it the other day, right? Customer come and had a look at it, says really happy with it, put a deposit on it, and, you know, agreed to buy it. It's all done. We can't get hold of him. We literally can't get hold of him. Been ringing him more. We tried ringing him again. We sent him an email to say, look, if we can't get hold of you, then unfortunately the car's got to go back up for sale. The car has now gone back up for sale. It's looking like that's going to be sold any day soon. So we gained a deposit, which is great, but we didn't gain a sale. And on that note, we had the exact same thing happen with the Astra GTE. Someone's paid a deposit on this car. This was probably, I think we mentioned it in a vlog a few weeks ago. Customers paid for the car, paid for the deposit of the car even, can't get hold of him, he's just disappeared. So we've got 2 deposits on 2 cars, but we've still got 2 cars here, and they're not sold yet. So interesting stuff, but I'm wandering over here because Leon has a problem with a car, and it is very annoying. You can see they're trying to empty the bins currently, because that's kind of forming part of the story. Leon, what's happened?
I'll show you Nissan Qashqai, because that's easy to explain.
Easier to explain when the car is in front of us, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, Nissan Qashqai, this one here.
Nissan Qashqai. This is the key. All of the 2 keys that we've got, which is like half of 1 key.
Oh my God.
Yeah. On here, there should be a blade.
Yeah.
A key blade, yeah?
Yeah.
So if we look in here, on the ignition, it's got 3 settings. It was on that one there. You turn it once, turn it twice, and then it starts.
Yeah.
If you push that button and lock it,
Yeah.
it goes to the lock position. Yeah? But on there should be a blade. If you get the camera, you can see in there,
Yeah.
that's where the key should go. And that unlocks it.
Oh, so without the key blade,
Yep.
you can't spin the ignition.
No.
So
The key blade was
Where's
left in there.
we had a key blade.
Yep.
Where is it now?
It's been valeted, well, cleaned, because it's 190,000 miles, so it's had a clean.
Yeah.
but the blade's gone missing. It was in the centre console. So we've emptied the bins next to the valeters, but we think them bins have been emptied into the big bin,
And the big bin's been taken away.
and the big bin's been taken away.
Dum, dum, dum. So we have a Nissan Qashqai with no key. Well, the solution is we need to get an auto lock. Well, the first solution is try and find the key blades. Second option is getting an auto locksmith out, which is going to cost money, isn't it?
Going to cost money, and I don't know if they can make a blade
Yeah.
from a VIN number on the logbook. Because obviously we can't get one cut without one to cut, because you need two keys, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah,
so
yeah, cool.
So failing that, we're going to have to change the ignition barrel
Oh my God.
and then program the new key to the car.
So this car's done 190,000 miles.
Yep. I paid £250 for it,
Oh my God.
and it's probably going to...
Cost that again to get a key for it. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's...
Interesting, but we will try and get that solved before the end of this video. And or we might just end up scrapping the car. But it seems a bit of a shame. Is the car alright? It's a shame to scrap it, isn't
It's
it?
actually all right. That window don't work. It's got tape on it. Look, you can see that. So this window don't work. But other than that, yeah,
It might do someone.
700-800 quid, something like that. If we stick an MOT on it, it's not a bad car, is it?
Yeah, but it does definitely need a key. So we'll conclude that later in the video, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorted. And it is Monday morning again. There's a lot yet to conclude in this video. One of the things we need to conclude is I actually handed the keys back to the estate agent at the weekend for the rental property that I was living in, the little cottage that I mentioned earlier in the week. And guess what? There's a problem. Talk about that shortly. But yeah, we've had a great weekend of sales, which is good. A couple of cars that you lot will be familiar with. Well, the American car is one of them. The American truck, which I know you're not too familiar with it, but the guy come and picked that up. We literally had the interior of the car here. We had the chassis and the body of the car at a body shop in Luton. Then we had the engine in Dunstable and the gearbox was in Northampton. But the guy was just super keen to buy it. He'd built one previously. He wanted to rebuild another one. He sort of knows the ins and outs of them. So yeah, he's took that at long last. For us, it was just kind of a bit of a lingering problem. And it was something that I was never going to jump on. Let's get that on charge. So I'm glad to see the back of that. Even the space, having that indoor space with all that interior stuff sitting there, taking up room, we just could do without it. So that went at long last. We sold the Scirocco, the one that we bought in a vlog. The Silver Golf GT, that sold as well. The 2018 one that you probably saw in a unit in a recent vlog. And also, you know the Porsche Boxster that me and Kai cleaned up in a vlog recently? That was a really, really nice car and that sold straight away as well. So yeah, it's always good to mention what we're selling. Also, for me, I'm always excited about buying. It's always good to get money back in the bank so we can go again and buy. Now, we've done the live draw last night on Planet Dreams for the G80 M3 Saloon. I don't actually know currently whether the guy's taking the car or the cash, but it was a bit of a long night. It was in the final hour. And it's ready to collect, and we've done all this planning, all getting ready, and in about an hour before we announced the winner, the website started playing up. I got a notification to say a payment's been declined. The website's then dropped off. We start getting messages, what's going on with the website? I'm like, I don't actually know. Luckily, my tech team is my brother and his team, so he's behind the scenes. Sunday night, 9 PM, no problem, straight on it. Like, Cal, don't worry, we're going to sort it. I've had to call the bank. I'm on the phone, 2 phones. They put me on hold for like 15, 20, 30 minutes. I can't remember. On 2 phones, waiting to contact the bank. And it was basically one dodgy payment has caused this whole ripple effect. And of all times, just before we announced the winner of a car, and we eventually got it sorted, got the website back live again. And we did eventually announce the winner. It was Samir from Surrey. And I'm yet to hear from him. So it'd be interesting to know what he chooses to do, takes the car or the cash. We are going to find out in this coming week's vlog, next week's vlog. I'm not going to lie, it was a little bit stressful. I'm trying to log into my online banking. I've had this before, I mentioned this in a recent vlog as well. I can't get into my online banking. And I always see it from the bank side of things. When I spoke to the fraud team, I'm like, I get that you've got to do this, but I literally had, although I saw a notification on my online banking to say a payment's been declined, I didn't get no text to say, do you want to confirm this is legit? It was all on me to ring the bank, chase up the problem, find a solution to that problem, and get the banks online, get the website back online, and then, start pleasing customers again. So it was stressful, could have done without it on a Sunday night, but we got to the bottom of it, got the website back live, and we did successfully announce the winner in the end. So massive congrats to Samir from Surrey. So the keys for the house, yeah? Let's get to that story. So whilst I've been living in this cottage, I think I mentioned before, I love this place. It was really good. It was in a perfect location, paid a bit of a premium for it at the time, but it was perfect. It was big enough for me and my family, had a lot going for it, and it's quite nice to live in a character. I think it's like 300 years old. It's actually recently or previously a pub, then it became a restaurant, and then it got converted into a house, which is probably what it started off as originally. So I've moved in there, lived there for about a year now, absolutely loving it. But the owner just wants to, I've never met the landlord before, but I'm getting calls from the estate agent. Do you notice the windows ain't clean? I'm like, they're clean. We've been getting them cleaned. When did you last get your windows cleaned? I can't actually remember. Well, you need to keep them clean. I said, I do try to keep the windows clean, but not a problem, we'll get them cleaned. How do you know the windows are clean? It's because the landlord's walked past and he's noticed the windows need to be cleaned. I thought, fair enough, I'll get them cleaned. I then got another call later on down the line. Landlord's not happy. He's walked past and there's some weeds beginning to grow out the front of the house. I was like, is there? Do you know what? I didn't even notice that. So I said, are we even responsible for that bit of land at the front? Yes, you are. All right. She said, you do know you need to keep on top of that. I said, how have you noticed that there's a couple of weeds about to grow at the front of my house? She said, the landlord's walked past and noticed. So fair enough, not a problem. If he wants to do it, I'll pay him to do it. If not, as soon as I get spare time, I'll do it myself. He didn't want to do it, so I eventually done it myself. We then had a Sky dish installed, because we watch TV, and Sky come out and fitted a dish on the house. And I then got a call to say, Calvin, the landlord's not happy. There's a Sky dish on the house. And I was like, well, we need to watch telly. Like, Sky, unfortunately, put a dish on your house. And it is annoying, I agree. Again, I'm trying to see both sides of the story. From my side, I'm thinking, well, I've got to watch telly. But from his side, he perhaps doesn't want a Sky dish screwed to his side of his house. I said, more to the point, the Sky dish is on the back of the house. How has this guy seen that there's a Sky dish been installed to the house? The estate agent was like, I don't actually know. I said, well, I do know. He must have walked round the back of my house and studied the house from the back somehow and discovered the Sky dish. That's a little bit weird. Anyway, I said, look, if it's a problem when we move out, then, we'll sort it out. But whoever lives in that house is probably going to want to watch telly. So we eventually moved out. And I've ensured that I've got the house, I've got cleaners in there. We obviously paid removals guys to get everything completely clear. The shed, the garden, we washed it everywhere, got the windows cleaned, got the weeds out, made sure, because we knew they were sensitive about those problems. Cleared the whole thing out nice, left it nice. Not just because I wanted to prevent there being an up and coming potential problem, but out of respect. Like, I rent properties out myself, and I hope that when I get handed back my keys, the property's left in good condition. And genuinely, we've loved living there, got it all cleaned, well presented, handed the keys back, and I then get a phone call to say, we're not happy. And I did half expect this was going to happen. What are you not happy about? Have you seen the cobwebs?
Oh my God.
Seriously, Amar, have you seen the cobwebs? I was like, the cobwebs? I haven't. Where are the cobwebs? Well, there's obviously wooden beams in the house and there's some cobwebs. My first thing was, well, you do know it's like a 300-year-old cottage, and do you know what? For spiders, it is heaven. This house has got, the spiders love it. You see a lot of old spiders, spiders plodding around. They live in the dream in that house. It's that kind of house, right? And as a result of lots of spiders, what comes with spiders? Cobwebs come with spiders. Did you say you've had cleaners go in the house? You told me you paid cleaners. Yes, I've paid for cleaners to go in the house. I genuinely have as well. And they're friends of the family and they've gone in there, I've paid them, they've happily done the job and they've done a good job. They haven't done a good job, have they? I said, They have done a good job, I thought. Have you seen it? Yeah, I have. And my missus has been round there again just to double check, and she was quite happy with it as well. These cobwebs, we're gonna have to have a chat, because there's cobwebs and there's a couple of marks on the stairs as you go up the stairs. I've given you the keys back now. I'm more than happy to pop round there and just, you know, give the cobwebs a dust and, you know, wipe the marks off the stairs. She said, well, we can sort it, but obviously we're gonna have to, it's gonna reflect in your deposit. I don't mind that. I actually don't mind that. But I did, in my defense, say, do you know what? If I was you guys, I would have a level of tolerance. And that level of tolerance would tolerate things like spider webs. I don't think there's an excessive amount. It ain't like arachnophobia in there. There's not an excessive amount of cobwebs. It's not going to cause anyone any problems, but I get that it's going to require a certain amount of labour to get those cobwebs removed. I would tolerate that personally as a landlord. I would be super happy that someone's lived in my property, enjoyed it, looked after it, respected it, and treated it as their own for the period they were there, and left it with being clean and presentable and you know, ready to re-let again. But at the same time, I've taken it on board, and I'm more than willing to go around there and clean the cobwebs. So I went there also last night with Henry Hoover, and I've just hoovered around the wooden beams. I've tidied it up, and I've handed the key, well, I posted the keys back through the door after locking it, and I'm yet to await on the response about my deposit. So I always, as a rule in life, I always say, and I think this a lot, like when we had the guy put the cone on the car, I think, do you want to pay for the car, or do you want to just ignore that this has become existed as a problem? I always think, money or morals, pick one. I don't care about money. I'll always favour morals over money. If someone wants to take money out of my deposit for marks on the stairs, by the way, we cleaned the marks on the stairs, if they want to choose money over what I feel is potentially morally wrong, not potentially, absolutely morally wrong, we've cleaned all the marks of the stairs, we've cleaned the house, removed all the cobwebs. If they want to do that, then I'm more than happy for them to do that. Because for me, all they're doing is teaching me what type of person they are. So yeah, we're yet to conclude that. We might do that before the end of this video, but all in all, it's been a very productive week. I'm absolutely loving my new house. It is amazing in so many ways. I must admit, the whole process of getting the house done hasn't given me much satisfaction, strangely. It's been not even stressful. I just, for whatever reason, don't find it too satisfying building a house. I don't know why. I've done it, it's home, and it's really, really nice, and I'm appreciating all the creature comforts, and I'm also appreciating the fact that I no longer have a landlord on my case and pointing out silly little things like windows and ungrown weeds. So yeah, it is all good. By the way, as a rule, I do keep my house clean, yeah? I'm a very, very clean person. So if you had me as a tenant in your property, trust me, I will look after it, all right? And that is everything. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Please, if you do use Car Vertical, I'll link them below. Use my code CCD to get that 20% off. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Enter Reg, if you want to sell your car, don't forget, just get it on Enter Reg. It's free to upload, and it puts it out to our panel of thousands of traders. If you want to be a trader, you can sign up as well. But it just gives us the opportunity to have a go at buying your car. Not just us at Binker, you know, the whole nation of Enter Reg car dealers. And that's everything. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in next week's vlog. There is one more thing. The Nissan Qashqai, the one that we lost the key for, and the conclusion on that car is...
Hey Leon, what happened to the Qashqai and the lost key?
That key, the black Qashqai, that key ended up never being found, wasn't in the bin, didn't find it, so our key guy come out, and luckily he can get a key blade cut from, I think it's from the logbook or maybe the chassis number, but he's got a key blade cut for us, so we got one made up, £60, and now it starts and it's fine, so fixed.
In the next episode of Calvin's Car Diary, we buy an old Porsche, we head over to Luton to buy a couple of vans, we talk about the main two problems with the car trade, and finally, I reveal my new teeth.